And we're back once again, and this one is about movement speed. So if you want those AI to be moving around like they are hopped up on some of the worst things mankind has to offer, well, here's where we're going to show you how to do it. Okay, involving movement speed, the only kind of maps that you might need to do is just have a move zone somewhere to test that out, because you won't be able to tell if they're standing still or just wandering around, because the movement speed only applies when they're on the move to somewhere or actively chasing something or something like that. But other than that, we can jump right into it as long as you have something like that to test it out. So for this, just like my previous tutorial you needed to watch to make sure you know how to set this up, we're already ready to jump in. We're going to change the identifier to make sure that it matches. This one's going to be called speed. And this one down here needs to match that. And then we go to Traits AI and grab Trait AI Movement Speed. Plug that in here. The scaler, just like all the others, it's kind of 0%. They won't be able to move at all. They'll be too slow, can't move. And then anything less than 1 is just, because 1 is the default, anything less than 1 is slower than normal. Anything higher than 1 is faster than normal. And you can get up to 10,000 times faster. But as you'll see in a second, when we test this out, they're fast, but they don't seem to move at the actual 10,000 times. See, they're quick, they're gone, but they're not 10,000 times faster. So it just makes me wonder if the 10,000 just doesn't actually work, but it's something else that we could talk about for another day. And one more thing we need to cover is this is what affects all your AI normally. There is another one in here called movement speed with turret, but you'll notice that if we were to plug this in right here instead of this one, then it would not matter. It would not affect our chieftain that had a turret, because this only affects AI that walk up to a mounted turret and rip one off. Like brutes, I think, can do it. I think maybe marines. I haven't really gotten them to do it. But if they rip off a turret, that is what will affect them, not if they spawn with one. So that's what will affect the brute chieftains with turrets right here, the regular movement speed. Even though this says with the turret, it won't do it. This is only for those that manually rip one off of its tripod. Okay, and that's it. And sometimes you may want to play around with the speed a little bit, because I feel like even with the 10,000 being the number you can choose, I don't think that it's a correct number. I feel like it caps off somewhere way earlier on, because that doesn't seem like 10,000 times faster than the normal default speed, if you ask me. But regardless, these are all just some settings you can play around with, and that's just how to get you started. I'll see you guys on the next one.